A very disappointing loss for Bayern, but with a weaker squad, and this being our bogey team, this was not a surprise. Let's get right into it. Welcome to Talking Bayern, the one-stop shop for Bayern Munich content on YouTube. Today we'll be doing a match review and reaction of the game between Gladbach and Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena on Friday. And obviously, great to see the Bundesliga back in action, but tough to see the fashion in which we did so. I mean, losing this game was obviously very disappointing, but as I said before, they're a bit of a bogey team for us. Gladbach seemed to get the best of us. Obviously, they have the most points, per game against us than any other team in the Bundesliga. So obviously, they are strong against us. We know this. We've seen this already twice this season. We failed to beat them the first time we played them, and then they crushed us, obviously, in the second matchup in the Pokal. So, I'm not too surprised with this result. At least we didn't get cranked again. I mean, that's one good thing, a good takeaway from this match. Obviously, very, very depleted squad we had. Our lineup looks like Ulreich in net. At the back, Pavard, Kimmich, and Sewell. In the midfield, Roca and Sabitzer. In the attacking midfield, we had Tillman, Musiala, Muller, and Gnabry. And up top, Robert Lewandowski. So as you can say, people like Tillman in there, Kimmich at center back. Obviously, players in positions they should not be. Obviously, players we don't ideally play on a day-to-day basis. Ulreich in net obviously wasn't ideal. Obviously, no disrespect to Ulreich, but he's just not Manuel Neuer, and I think that was shown today. And as for opponent, they had Sommer in net. At the back, Netz, Jenks, Elvedi, Ginter, and Leiner. In the midfield, Florian Neuhaus and Kone. And up top, Breeden Bolo and Lars Stindl. So just some quick stats from this game. We outshot them 18-10 with 7-4 on target. We had a strong 62% possession game. Obviously, I thought Kimmich was back. Played well. Played obviously not playing it perfect, but definitely good to have him back in the squad. Definitely a lower passing percentage game from both teams. We had 80%. They only had 70%. And definitely high foul games. We had 18 fouls. They only had 11, but still, 29 fouls in one game is quite a lot, especially there was a lot at the end. So some observations I had throughout this game is not really much happened in the first 15 minutes. I mean, Sewell was close to conceding a penalty. In the end, it was a clean tackle upon review. I mean, they didn't go to VAR or anything, but it was the right tackle. Obviously, they didn't go to VAR or anything, but it was the right decision there. And then just minutes later, Lewandowski scored in the 18th minute to break the dreadlock. Obviously, just the right of Sommer with a beautiful curler. It wasn't that much of a curler, but just enough to beat Sommer. I thought it was a great goal. Great to see Lewandowski scoring his 20th of the season. And then just 9 minutes later, Florian Neuhaus equalized in the 27th minute with a nice strike. Beat Ulreich right through his legs. He was coming across the crease and it was kind of shuffled back that way. So obviously it's hard for him to kind of stop and control it. Obviously he's probably expecting one on his left. Obviously that's not happened. Good shot. Caught Ulreich in the move, making it a very difficult shot to stop. And Gladbach, unfortunately, didn't take too long to strike again. Obviously, a great header off the corner as Leiner beat Ulreich. And now Gladbach with a 2-1 lead at this point. I was having bad feelings with this game. To be honest, I had bad feelings before this game. Obviously, we were clearly struggling in the first half. We're so used to that build-up with Davies and Leroy Sané. It made it really hard missing both of these players. Thankfully, we had at least, Muller in there to create things and obviously make some great passes. But, Gladbach continued to have chances. And Bolo scuffed up some solid chances. Even Bolo really should have 2 goals today. It could have given them the 3rd or 4th goal. And then Lewandowski had a great chance, hit the right post, and came out, which was so close. Put it to the left of him, at the open net, but just didn't have the angle. It kind of just went right past him, right through the whole net on the right, and just came out right out. And, we looked refreshed coming out of the second half. I started on the right foot, I thought. But looked a lot more mentally strong, let's say that, when we came out last time. You just looked so defeated last time we played Gladbach. Obviously, they destroyed us. So obviously, it's hard to be mentally strong in a game like that, especially when we had Nagelsmann out last time we played Gladbach. But still, I thought the boys looked like they're a bit more, into it and a bit more not giving up on themselves, which was good to see. And then incredible football with the back and forth from Muller and Musiala. Musiala almost had the perfect final touch, obviously didn't go in. And then Muller with a great chance from across. Not enough to get past Sommer. Obviously, Sommer's a really good goalie. It's going to have to be a good shot to get past him. And then Lewandowski hit the post for a second time. And you could see the frustration on his face throughout the game. But definitely very, very frustrated at the end of the game. And congrats to Paul Warner. Obviously, came on the pitch as the youngest player to ever make an appearance. So great work from him. Obviously, big kudos to him. He didn't really make a big impact. I was hoping for an impact from him. But obviously, congrats to him. That's obviously great. He's obviously 16 years old and not even a month after that. He's 16... quick math in my head, but it's 16 years and 15 days-ish. So very good work on him. Obviously, we'll be seeing him in the future, I believe. If we're already seeing him play at this young, I'm sure we'll see him again. Definitely a name to remember. And then Lewandowski denied again by Sommer in the 77th minute. We weren't getting too many high-quality chances. So I didn't really have too much belief in us at this point. And then Plea, obviously, could have sealed the deal for Gladbach, but thankfully Ulrich shut the door on him. But it would not matter. They came with a 2-1 win at the Allianz Arena. Obviously, a bit of a crushing blow. Player of the game for them obviously has to be Sommer. Obviously, 6 saves, great performance. We didn't make it easy for him. Obviously, we would have liked to challenge him a bit more, but it has to be the player of the game for them. Definitely has to be Sommer. The player of the game for us, I'm going to have to give it to Kimmich, obviously filling in at center back, still making some great passes. I thought he played well. Great to have him back, and just really happy to see him play again. And obviously, he's being a leader, playing that different role. I know he's only played center back, I don't know how many times, but definitely, not a position you see him in often. And so obviously, he did a great job in that position. Obviously, they still scored twice, but I thought he played well at the end of the day. And having a perfect performance, but coming back from so long, obviously he was out since November, so match fitness was definitely not there. So I thought he did a great job, all things considered. So moving on, we'll be playing our game next week. Hopefully we can come back strong in this. I'm sure a lot of players will still be out with COVID at that point, but hopefully we have some players back. Hopefully Leon Goretzka's back. We really only have 2, solid first-team defenders back, Pavard and Sul, of course. Kimmich I don't really count as a defender. Obviously, he played defender today, but we really only have 2 solid defenders we can actually play. That's why we played such an odd formation. At the end of the day, very disappointing to get 0 points, especially at Allianz Arena, playing a team that was 2 points out of the relegation zone heading into this match. But they're just our bogey team. Gladbach just seems to get the better of us. At the end of the day, we're still 6 points ahead of Dortmund, even if they win this weekend. So we're still in a good spot. And I'm really glad this game didn't get postponed, even though we lost. Because if you think about it, if that game gets postponed to March or April, that's something you don't want. I don't want a schedule overload, late in the season. If anything, this was a good thing. We played this game. Obviously not the result we win on, but I'd rather this get pushed back. There's still a chance we lose to Gladbach if we play in March or April. So, I know maybe people won't agree with me, but I think we're Bayern. I don't think we should be scared of playing other teams. Obviously, we still lost, but we shouldn't back down from a fight. We're a very strong club, and hopefully, we continue our success and kind of come back on the right foot in 2022. So, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment. And if you want to see more Bayern Munich content like this in the future, please subscribe to this channel. Hope to see you all in the next one. Until then, mia.